fashion brands. If you're making ads for your e-commerce store, what if you could see all of the fastest growing brands' best performing ads? Here in FullPlay, we can add a filter to see fashion brands, and we can see the fastest growing brands here all listed for us. Let's check out Booty. Here I can see all of Booty's ads. I'm like spying into their ad account right now. I can see which ones they launched the most recently, but I'm not really interested in these because you can see they launched this video ad, but they turned it off 2 days later. It was launched on February 11th, and then it was turned off on February 13th. So I want to see their longest running ads. You can see that they've got a few here, a single image ad, a couple video ads, a graphic ad. We've got a fun photography ad here. We've got products hanging on a rail, and it says made from organic bamboo, 3 times more breathable than cotton, hundreds of 5-star reviews. What great ad copy. This could help inform our own ad copy. But all of these ads are turned off. We can actually see when they were turned off as well. This one was turned off in 2024, in February. This one was turned off in May in 2024, April 2024, and February 2024. So all of these ads are off, and maybe, that's because they stopped working. So let's add a filter to see the ones that they're still running, the ads that Booty are running right now to find new customers. And I found one, right? So we can see here that this has been running for 211 days. They launched it on July 18th, 2024. Think about how long ago that was. For them to keep this ad on for that long probably means that it's working. And you probably understand this from your own ad accounts. Most ads get no spend at all, and some ads get a huge amount of spend. Unless this ad is living in an ad account just turned on for no reason at very, very low spend, we can assume that this is the ad that's working for them. And we've got more ads here. 207 days for this one, July 22nd, 161 days, launched on September 6th. If you think about your own ad account and the ads that you launched in 2024 that you still have turned on, unless you're in the game of burning money, most of those ads are probably turned off. Let's check out these ones down here. Launched in September 9th, 2024, so 158 days. Let's check out what they're doing here. Is Booty working with a lot of influencers? Are they focusing on their hook rate and creating the most enticing hooks? Are the founders of the business getting on camera and, talking about their brand? What is Booty doing right now to be one of the fastest growing fashion brands in e-commerce? So let's check this out. All right, so we have a video with no audio here. It looks like a messaging conversation. It's with their branded colors, and they've even replaced the name of the recipient with their logo. So this is very heavily branded. It's kind of reminiscent of iMessage, but it doesn't look like iMessage. It looks very heavily their brand. And then all of these next ads, the ones that they kept turned on the longest, the ones that are still running are graphic ads. We have this airdrop. We have a promotional code. It says miss you 30, accept and decline, right? This is a very cool ad. Let's check out these ones. 50% off your first purchase with the code WELCOME15. So this is obviously not for a returning customer. This is for a first customer. And that's been on for 158 days. Is this a video? Is this something that took hours of time planning and scripting out? Is this something that took the founder taking a deep breath and thinking, all right, I've got to learn all this stuff that I need to know to make the best video ads? No, this is a graphic. There's text on the left and there's a photography on the right of the product. We've got the same thing over here with this ad, which is the same welcome first order discount with a different photography image. More down here as well. 158 days for all of these ads. We've got a top and bottom split here with their green branded color, 15% off your first purchase with that same welcome discount. We keep scrolling down. It looks like they've got a lot of this, but we finally hit video. Let's check this one out. Not been turned on for quite as long, but maybe it's a good ad for them. I mean, it's been turned on for 137 days since September 30th. So presumably this is an ad that's working.
1 degree of separation.
Of course, they have some trending audio, some fun music, and then they just have different, it looks like iPhone shots of somebody, a model wearing their product on a very complementary colored wall. So they've got this green dress and then they've got the green wool, and those two colors look really nice together. And they also have men's products here with that same first order discount. So we have Booty, 15% off your first order. And then we have some more video ads. Let's check.
Sans excès cette fois, plutôt plus courte, un monde bien plus beau.
Let's pause here and pay attention to this video because this is one of their top performing video ads, and I think it's really important. This girl isn't a supermodel. She's a normal person. She's walking around a farmer's market and she looks great doing it. There's no pizzazzy hook. No one's jumped onto the screen and said, hey, buy my stuff, right? This is just a very peaceful music with a few different shots, probably again filmed on an iPhone. She's got flowers, she's got her bag, she's got her baguette, right? And she's walking around the farmer's market, buying her stuff, being comfortable and looking good doing it. If you're stressing, thinking, how do I dial in my hook rate? How do I fix my creative? Maybe just document and launch it in your account and see if that really resonates with your audience. A few nice shots which capture the product in a nice light and the model might be all that you need. This one I think is going to be a great ad as well. It says our best-selling jumpsuit. So they're merchandising their best-selling products here. But one thing that I think is pretty salient about this is it says, which color do you like? So I'm already getting the idea that they're not just advertising their bestseller, but they're merchandising 3 different variants to give themselves more opportunities to win someone over. So they have Moss first, it looks like, which is probably their best-selling variant. I see a lot of this Moss variant in their media and in their ads, but let's see what other colors they have.
This is perfect.
Nice. So trending audio, very fun. This is perfect. That could actually be somewhat of a hook, even if they didn't plan it, right? They're just using some trending audio. And then let's take a look at this. So they've got this Moss variant at the start. They've got the black variant, and they've got the Storm variant, the blue variant here. Very cool. So if I wanted to save these for later, I could save them to my swipe file. I could send them to my designer. I could send them to my teams, and we could get that going in an ad. I hope that this helps inform, if you're a lingerie brand or if you're a fashion brand, how you can do a little market research, see what's actually working as opposed to optimizing for different metrics. How do I hook people the best? How do I get that courage to be on camera? Some of that's very important and might be very important for your brand to do some sort of founders videos. But it also pays to pay attention to what is actually working in the brand, what is actually working in the market, what the fastest growing brands are keeping turned on and they're actually using to find new customers right now. Thanks so much.